Hey everybody, so I'm back with another video. I actually recorded this already, but it had super bad quality audio, so I'm just gonna do it all over again. And this time it's gonna be a little better, of course. So what I want to talk about today is um, mercy and how some people are shown mercy while others are condemned. Um, so first of all, I feel like bias fundamentally is at the root of the problem. Um, when people have certain biases, it makes them susceptible to exploitation. Those biases can be exploited, and those people might condone things that aren't necessarily in alignment with the good in order to kind of um, go along or not have to let these people go. Um, I've seen a lot of people condone behavior from people that they would have never put up with from a stranger. And I feel like that shows our innate bias for the people that we care about and we love. Fundamentally, we see the people that we love in a way that we kind of disassociate. We disassociate from strangers, but with people that we love, I feel like we kind of have a bias towards them either way because some of us, whether it be for better or for worse, um, have certain thought processes about the people that we care about. A lot of us don't hold people accountable, especially best friends, mothers, sisters. I feel like the closer relationship, the harder it is for the person to actually hold the person accountable and call somebody out onto the carpet, so to speak, when they need to, which is a problem because sometimes you need to, like a mother, tell your child to sit down and be quiet, or that what they're doing isn't in their best interest. But because we have this misconception that to criticize or to underline or highlight a negative attribute about someone else, that is bullying or that is being argumentative. I think that this is just a way for people to deflect. So don't pay that any mind if you do decide to hold people accountable in your life. Because we haven't held people accountable and we've let biases like, oh, that's my mom, or oh, this person has a lot of money, or oh, this person, we always have a lot of fun together. Because we kind of ignore the red flags, we are put in situations like we're in today. And I think that some good examples of what's going on today. Well, first of all, let's talk about this. Okay, so the biases. So the biases is one of the biases is money. Some people have a great deal of respect for money. They feel like money is the end all be all, and they actually feel like, like I've heard so many sayings. I know you guys have too, but there's so many sayings equating to money being the root of like all your happiness. And I think it's important for people to understand that money for people equates to power. Especially in this capitalistic society that we live in, money brings you power because you're able to buy anything. You're able to buy any service, any idea. You're able to buy. And that gives you power. But money doesn't make you a good leader. Money won't help a person sympathize with the citizens of a country. It won't help. Money doesn't help you sympathize with people that can't do anything for you. Money has a way of being involved in every conversation at the end of the day with some people. So again, going back to what I was about to say, one of the best examples in our current day is Ted Cruz and Greg Abcott, or I'm sorry, Abbott. These two men, Ted Cruz is the senator of Texas, and Greg Abbott is the governor. And they have an inherent bias. They inherently practice favoritism and have a inherited privileged mindset. Just recently, I heard Ted Cruz went to Cancun, Mexico, in light of the current weather conditions in Texas. He claims that it was at the request of his daughter, while Greg Abbott is blaming green energy for why the grid fell. And it's also important to make note that natural energy makes up 10% of the grid in Texas. So that math does not make sense. But I digress. I feel like, he could have blamed COVID. He could have blamed global warming. He could have blamed lack of preparation. Do not blame natural gas because it really had nothing to do with it. But this is just one of the examples or two of the examples of leadership that will not go down with the ship. They couldn't be bothered to even get the lifeboats out and help people get to safe harbors. They are only interested in their own investments, in their own safety, in their own warmth. And it's disgusting, quite frankly. Blood is definitely on both of their hands, and they ought to be ashamed of themselves. But speaking of blood on hands, former President Donald Trump was acquitted of the charge of inciting the riot at the Capitol. Again, so this is a third example of a person's money and privilege shielding them from negative consequences. This means in 4 years he can run again. This also means that he still gets all the benefits that every other former president has. If this was a different person of a different race, of a different social class, of a different gender, do you think that the same rules would have applied? I encourage you all to educate yourselves on the branches of government. You should know who your senator is. You should know who your governor is. You should know who your mayor is. Get to know your city council members. Do your own research, because the main reason they can mislead us is due to lack of knowledge. I also encourage you all to hold the people you love accountable, the people that are around you. That's why I brought up the city council members. Start there and work your way up. But get to know the people around you. Start building relationships with your community. And also start strengthening relationships in your community, in your home. Hold the people that you love just as accountable as you would someone on the street. Iron sharpens iron. What is good for all, or for what is good for some, should be good for everyone. I really do feel like we need to stop coddling folks, okay? Because it's leading to a world full of people that just want things their own way. And they really are absent-minded of the fact that we have to share this earth. I encourage you all to educate yourselves. Education is power. And once you educate yourself, you can truly remind these folks who they work for, who pays their bills, who truly is in charge. Until next time, take care.